Okay, this is from Geometry, Chapter 11, and it's Section 11.4. You're trying to find the surface area of a cylinder to the nearest square unit, and you're going to use 3.14 for pi. If you look up above, you can see the formula for the surface area of a cylinder, which is basically 2 pi times the radius, which I'm going to put in blue, squared, plus 2 pi times the radius times your height, which I'm going to use in, well, I'll do it in red to make it a little different, higher contrast. So each one of those is going to be found from the actual shape itself. So the height is going to be how tall your cylinder is, and the radius is going to be whatever the radius of that circle is at the top that makes the base of your, or bottom, that makes the base of your cylinder. So for this problem, it's going to be helpful to identify the different variables. So 3 millimeters is my...
It's your radius.
Is your radius, exactly. And then 5 millimeters is what?
It's your height.
Is your height, good. So the equation is, again, surface area is equal to 2 pi times the radius squared, let's just do a pencil, plus 2 pi times the radius times your height. So then you just plug in all the different numbers. So I'm going to kind of go. The radius is going to go in 2 different places, one here and one here. And the height is going to go in one place right here. So I'm going to write this down here below. So 2 pi times the radius, which in this case is 3, squared, plus 2 pi times 3 times my height, which is 5. And then I'll just go through and do the math. So 3 squared is what?
9.
So this is 9. And then 2 times pi times 9. So here, I'll put it on the calculator. I'm going to do this part. Here, I should do this. These two together make 9. And then it's 2 times 3.14 times 9 equals 56.52.52. So that's just this whole piece right here. And then this one, I can just multiply them all in order. So 2 times 3.14 times 3 times 5, and that's 94.2. And then if I add those two together, so plus 56.52, that should equal 150.72.
And that's the surface area?
Yep, and that's the surface area. So you just take the equation that you've got up here, make sure you put the right pieces in the right places, and then just work it all out. Now, just to kind of review where it comes from, the 2 pi radius squared is just, pi times the radius squared is just the area of that circle. And then 2 of them, because you have a top and bottom. That's why we double it. And then this 2 pi r is actually the circumference of the whole circle, which if you were to kind of cut this open as a like a can of Pringles, you would have this top, which is 2 times pi times r, because that's the circumference of that whole circle around it, times the height. So that's this, where this piece comes from there, and this one basically is the 2 circles that you have on the top and bottom. So that's where those 2 things come from.
Oh, I see.
Make sense?
Yes.
There you go. Now you got a video for it, or if you ever need to look at it.